One thing I'm sure you've all noticed as baby boomers, as we get older, so does our eyesight. Maybe you're noticing it takes a little more light to read up close, or maybe you've even put on blue socks when you thought they were black. Don't worry, it's all part of the normal changes to your vision that happen as you age. But there is a lot you can do to make those vision changes less noticeable and make your life a lot more comfortable. And here to tell us all about it is Dr. Howard Purcell, optometrist and the Senior Vice President of Customer Development for Essilor of America. Howard, Dr. Purcell, welcome. And there's so much to talk about. Why do we have trouble seeing up close as we get older?
You know, this is a normal change that takes place. I think people who have always had great eyes, all of a sudden their vision starts to deteriorate. It can make them a little nervous. So it's important for people to understand what happens between 40 and 50 years old to our eyes up close is completely normal. And actually, it's an anatomical change that's going on. You have a lens inside your eye, and that lens needs to change focus, change shape to allow us to focus from distance to near. The interesting thing about our anatomy is, though, that lens grows our whole life, always gets bigger, 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 and bigger. So eventually, by about 40 or so, it's not quite as flexible as it used to be, and that results in what we're all pretty familiar with: not enough light, our arms aren't long enough.
Our lens has become a rusty door. It's
Absolutely,
not shutting well
absolutely.
as it
But there's a good rationale for why it's happening.
Well, for those of us who are nearsighted as can be, this is actually helping my sight's getting better.
Can work that way.
Yeah, exactly. So how do we fix the problem of the rusty door kind of thing? Is there an easy solution?
There are a lot of solutions. I think it's important, though, just to note that how critical the eye exam is. Really, candidly, not just about making sure your ocular health, your eye health is good, but making sure systemic health is good. We can look in your eyes and determine early warning signs of diabetes, hypertension, things that are pretty prevalent, unfortunately, and early warning signs that are very important. But we have a lot of solutions, a lot of options out there today, probably the best of which today is progressive lenses.
So what are progressive lenses? What does that mean exactly?
I am so glad that you asked that.
I thought you might be.
It's pretty much misunderstood, though, and I think it's important to give a little fairly simplistic understanding of it. If we think back a couple hundred years, Ben Franklin, pretty smart guy.
Genius guy.
Yes, absolutely. Created these bifocals, and you know, a couple hundred years later, we're still using them. But the drawback to bifocals were just that, bifocal, two focal points. I can see well at distance, I can see well up close. But there's an intermediate world that we all have. So simply put, a progressive, it's much more natural in the way we see. It gives us the ability to see all distances, no matter where you're holding your paper, no matter where your computer may be. And it's a very natural way and smooth way of getting multiple powers, not just two powers.
So are all the progressive lenses the same?
Today's progressive lenses is not your grandma's progressive lens. It really has improved tremendously. People who have tried them before should really be able to look at it again as an opportunity. So much innovation going in. Since 2006, our company, Essilor, has invested $1.2, $1.3 billion in trying to assure.
You guys are serious.
We're pretty serious about this subject, absolutely.
So is there a choice in the different kinds of lenses? I mean, if I'm going in to buy one in a glasses store these days, is there a choice?
There is, and you know, the funny thing, when we do some research with consumers, they actually believe there's a single progressive lens. You have a lot of choices in progressives, just like you would in pharmaceuticals, etc. Your doctor's going to evaluate your eyes, going to determine what's the best product for you. And a couple things go into that. Your own individual needs, the personal needs that you have in your day. We're all a little bit different when it comes to that. And the research we do. That's pretty unique as well. We're actually doing on real patients. We're really able to test products in a unique way that most other companies don't. We actually use virtual reality, interestingly enough, to immerse people in numerous types of environments to really test our products before they go to market. I think that's something quite unique about Essilor and the Varilux product.
Well, so is that what you think would set the Varilux lenses apart from others, this kind of testing?
It really is about personalization. How do you use your eyes? And making sure that the practitioner you're going to see understands how you use your eyes, and therefore then create lenses that are very much designed for your own individual needs. So these products are very different. Varilux is at the top of the heap. It's really the innovator and the leader in innovation in this space today.
That is so interesting. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot today about all of this. I hope our viewers have. For more information on progressive lenses and how Varilux can help your vision, visit Varilux.com or log on to babyboomersinamerica.com.